shall
Uh,
know. Tell me something. Are you happy, modern? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? Oh, he's on fire. I'm falling in
Drop it.
a good time.
Peters,
What's up?
what you playing?
Minecraft.
Mm,
I'm
shocking.
singing some fucking Lady Gaga.
Missed out on that part.
I literally was singing it as you were saying Peaches. Did you seriously like just join and say that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
No, I can hear you doing it though.
Oh.
Um,
Now you better. This is better right there. Good girl. You give me a meow for everybody? I'll squeeze you.
hit him with the meow, man.
Hit him up with the meow, CC.
Meow. Um, I was looking at the video that they have for that van,
Okay. Yeah.
and there's just I don't know. There's just no room for a third person, and I was like, well, maybe you could just get like one of those little blow up things and sleep on the floor. And then looked and I was like, I mean, if it was a child, it could fit, and even Michaela sized is not gonna fit on the floor, and I wouldn't do that either way because that's unfair. But
Okay.
the
So
anyway, so I'm
we're
thinking
looking at
about the
what is
bigger one
$20
if you'll permit.
extra a day.
Yeah, so if we go from, I figured with, if we did the 6 days, if we went the 4th through the 9th, because then we would be saving money on plane tickets, and we'll have to discuss all that. And if we're just going to do one checked bag, then I think we can combine forces and have one checked bag. Because the checked bag is like $80 through United nowadays.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm. And I figure most of the stuff that we're gonna need when we get there is just gonna be, or stuff we're just gonna buy when we get there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna probably honestly pack super light and buy some things there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, if we trying to think of like things that I could fit in a carry-on or fit in a check bag. I mean, like,
And low key, dude. How big is your check bag? Because if we bring ours, we could fit Sweet Pea and Goose in
well, I mean, you got to think that you're not trying to go over 50 pounds, but
it. Yeah, no, that thing comes in. The heaviest it's ever come in at was 49 and a half.
well, Mom has got a big bag that I'm sure I can use. That was the one I was planning on. But if you have another one that you want to do, but anyway, we'll discuss all that. I just wanted to make sure before I booked all this that everybody is okay financially with, because I figured the 6 days pay
What
is
was it? Michaela told me a final number that came out to like 11 something, right?
um no the no the oh yeah, the per person number was 1,200, and it would pretty much take us up to, I rounded up to 1,500 for the, okay, so here the van rental is the big expense and the plane tickets are the big expense, right? Um, but you have. Sorry, I'm putting my contacts in, and one is folded over on me. Uh, the first one is like 1362 for the small one for the 6 days.
Ain't bad.
But that's you get 750 free miles for that, and after that it's 69 cents per mile. I figure it's 350 miles to Moab from Denver, and 350 miles back, so there's 700 miles. Then you have to figure in we're not going in a straight line,
Yep.
so and we're going to be driving around the park.
And there's gonna be stops,
So
and yeah.
so I just figured let's just figure in on an extra $80 worth of miles, and we can round that up to 100. So you went from 1362 to 1462. So now you're,
15.
that's $1,500
Yeah.
essentially. It's always $1,500. But so if you go to the bigger van, which is a little bit nicer, and you have room for everybody to sleep inside. Um, and I kind of like the bench seating better too. But anyway, there's that's 1510 before you get the extra however many miles. So you're at $1,600. So you went from 1,500 to 1,600.
Yeah.
So you're adding. So essentially, you're adding an extra $33 a person. Is what it is really the only big difference. And I think we factored in $100 for food, but I really think if we play ball and like just make a lot of our food and like mac and cheese and something that's a and hot dogs and stuff that you can cook in a pot and pan, that's easy make. I think it won't be $300, but I could be wrong. But I
Okay.
think there's ways to get stuff, and of course you're gonna buy stuff. But it's it's likely going to be when you count in $400 for plane tickets, which I need to go. I want to look at the plane tickets a little bit more. But if you count $400 for plane tickets, because it's like $200 there, $200 back, and you're gonna have to you can't pay for the lowest one because that doesn't allow a free carry-on, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Who gets on a plane without a carry-on?
Yeah.
But anyway, I can break it all down some more. I don't know. I feel like the larger van, it's 2 feet longer and it gets a lot more. I don't know. It's 22 feet and Dad's truck is 20 feet. So I feel like it's not. I mean, it's gonna be awkward, but it's not gonna be the worst thing of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, I think the bus at work is 24 feet.
Yeah, and that was my other thing. Is like
And
we're not buying a camper, thing, and
yeah. And I was backing that thing into parking spots. So, you know,
well,
and we
the
got
thing,
and that thing's skinny. The Sprinter looks way skinnier though. So,
yeah, that's the one thing is you don't have these giant shoulders. You just have this. You just gotta take long turns like you're driving a trailer. But
yeah. Yeah, swoop it.
anyway, I just wanted to approve it with everybody before I started making decisions. I'm
Give
gonna
me
book that. I'm gonna book that today. It's like $302 or something to put down the deposit, and that comes out of our total. So then we only owe 1,200
okay.
left when we get there. So
Okay. Okay. And then
which
okay.
and then we need to think about plane tickets and all that fun stuff. But I figured, I don't know what I figured.
No, yeah. Let me hold on. Let me go. Let me go alert Captain. Okay.
Okay. Oh my God, what has happened?
digital nomads, guys.
Yeah, we're going to be living out of a van. I don't think it's a cold, and it's. I mean, it's literally a camping. Take the van to a spot, hike that day type stuff. Not saying you can't. I'm just saying that would we'd have to get like another van because I don't think we can fit that many people. But I would like. It's in May. No, we'll find something, but we'll find something. Oh yeah, that's right. I think we discussed this whenever we first started talking about it. So we'll find a thing. I don't know if I can make a big trip, but we should definitely do like a. We should definitely do something like some type of weekend and together, or 3-day weekend, or do something over the summer. Like,
We can literally spend a weekend. Just like we can fly somewhere and like do something. It doesn't really matter.
we'll find it.
I'm about to apologize to your guys' ears.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
It didn't do it. I thought it was gonna have me do my intro. That's nice.
I want to turn your mic up on stream, Peter.
Oh yeah, I put it low just because
1080p is dope. How'd you get that working?
luck. I didn't know I was doing high def. Look at that.
Yes, ma'am. I said moose. Oh yeah, I got it.
Plus, we got to come out there and see the new house at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Just May is just not a good time frame. That's fine.
No, you're good. You're good. But I think I mentioned it before, and it was. I remember. So.
Yeah.
Anywho. So what did Michaela say, Peter?
She said yes.
Okay. Well, when I get to mom and dad's and get my laptop back out, I will start booking all that stuff, and we'll start paying attention to flights.
All right.
You should use a website called Momondo.
Momondo. Shoot me a link in the Discord.
Okay.
Momondo. There's a nice ring to it.
It's a flight tracker website. I use it for the ones we're gonna use to go to Florida. So, hang on. Show you the link.
When shit was it? Are you doing any? Has Just come in this year at all, or are you going to him?
Well, you know, we actually could go to Oregon, babe. Sometime later this year.
Well, I don't know if I'll have the time, but I'm doing a Montana hunting trip in September, and I don't know how many extra days I'll have off of that. And I know that Dad wants to go back to Iowa, which isn't nearly as a big endeavor.
That link is. It's that link is in general. I'll look at it. I have trackers set up for like the flights that we're looking for the days and the airports that we want to go to. You can just set it to whenever it gets suggested.
Okay.
Momondo.
I've heard the name Mondo, but it was like, oh, isn't that the name of the dinosaur from Dungeon Crawler Carl?
I have no idea, to be quite honest with you. I've never heard of that.
Peter, what's the name of the dinosaur from Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Mongo, with a G.
Mongo with a G. Okay, my bad.
Because he's a Mongoliensis.
What are you playing, Cole? You just hopping in?
I was just awake. I was making coffee.
What kind of coffee do you buy from the store?
Caldi's. It's Caldi's coffee.
Ooh, Caldi's coffee is banger.
Isn't that local?
Yeah, it's St. Louis. So they have a bunch of ground stuff at like the Chinooks I go to, so we just buy that.
I was gonna say the Chinooks in Columbia sold it.
Wait, the little station?
Yeah, that was Caldi's. Inside of Chinooks.
All this bucks. I prefer the one downtown across from Sparky's, whatever the hell that's called.
Oh. That's a Caldi's coffee too, isn't it?
I don't.
Or it
Lakota,
used to be.
That's what it was. Thank you. It's Lakota.
Oh, no, you're talking about the one across the street, over by where, Oh, over by
Yeah,
where the
by that
vegan shop that
Subway or
Michaela
whatever
really
it is.
likes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. There's the one downtown.
Wow.
Oh, I live on campus.
And it's gone
Lakota
forever
makes good
too,
coffee.
so I'm never gonna remember their name. Oh my god.
Really? Wait, what? Wait, which one's gone? Look,
The shop that was across the street from Caldi's, kind of on the same side of the street but closer to the corner. On that was 9th Street, wasn't it?
I think it's 9th.
Yeah, it was either 9th or 10th.
Yeah.
And that's gonna kill me to not remember the name of this shop. And they're gone.
Yes. Michigan. I think it's Wisconsin.
Well, would you ever go on a bird hunting journey with me?
Yes. What's it involve?
I don't know. I'm just saying in the future.
Then yes. If it's anything like what we did the first time I ever went, yes.
Oh no. I mean, yes, in a way. But if we go on a journey, it'll be. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
even
really
know where.
fun.
I don't even know where. It would be a lot of walking.
That's fine.
How about that?
That's fine.
But anyway, that's. I know that everybody wants to go bird hunting with me, and I would like to take all of my friends bird hunting with me at least before Stone kicks the bucket.
I've already been with him, technically.
Well, I know, but I mean, everybody else. All my life, I grew up, and none of my friends were hunters, and so nobody ever went hunting. You know, I never got to take anybody hunting except you and Zach, like one time, and you guys showed up in sweatpants and tennis shoes, and so
Hey man, we shot pretty well, all right.
Man
you
squeeze.
did all right. You killed things, that's for sure.
Yep.
Illegal things, no hunting license between the two of you. And it was, even if it was, and I've said 100 times, but even if it was season, we were so fucked on Timber Doodle. To date, I saw, me and Dad killed one this year. We both killed one on the opening day, and of quail season, which is also, you know, during woodcock season, and we both killed one, and I got it with my new gun too. And literally, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. Yeah, it was my new gun. Anyway, we both got one, and I think that was the first time I'd killed a woodcock in like 3-4 years. And then every time I kill a woodcock, I think of that day with you and Zach, how you all just assume that there's 10,000, and I was just like, I probably killed like 3 or 4 woodcock that day, and since that day, I've probably killed 3 or 4 woodcock.
Still have that photo.
Me too. I got it in a frame.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
We had Jazz. No, you didn't hunt with Stone. That wasn't with Stone.
I swear it was with Stone. There's no way.
No, because the picture is with Maggie, Tough, and Jazz. And if Tough was alive, we didn't even have Jeb yet when Tough was alive. So you've never hunted with Stone.
Maybe he was alive, but he wasn't hunting.
No, if Tough was alive. Jeb hadn't even been born yet. If Tough was still hunting.
Really?
Yeah.
Were we still in the desert?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jeb, who was about to turn 9, wasn't alive when that photo was taken.
Okay, that's fair.
I think he might have been. I think his mom might have been preggers or close, but yeah, because Tough didn't pass away that year either. So it would have been the next year. But yeah, we got Jeb to replace Tough, or after Tough died. Pretty much after a dog dies, best
Yeah,
way to get over a dog dying is get a puppy.
that's right.
Start over.
Yeah. Oh, well, have fun in your camping trip. This sounds abysmal.
No, it'll be fun. We're gonna stop and we're gonna fly into Denver and camp in Colorado the first day, and then go the rest of the way to Utah. And
Wait, you're
we're,
driving or you're gonna fly too?
we're gonna fly to Denver and then rent it because Columbia has a direct flight to Denver now,
Yeah.
and then from Denver we'll go to we'll get the van rental in Denver. And that way we save, 12 hours and gas to drive across there to get to Denver. It's just like how much you'd pay for a plane ticket is how much you're going to pay in gas and time to drive across Kansas. So it just makes sense to fly. And then when you're done with the vacation and, the worst part about driving vacations is that part where you have to drive home.
Yeah. I know all too well.
So when we can just fly into Columbia, Missouri and be home in 15 minutes, that's going to be really nice.
Yeah. Why I do not want to fly or drive anywhere. When we drove to Florida, that was my last time ever driving something like that.
When we drove home from New Mexico in in a blizzard, in the blizzard of a century, I was like, I didn't drive at all. And then I don't know, I'd eaten fast food for like 7 meals in a row, and my stomach was like, fuck you, dude. And I was like kind of sick, and I was like, this sucks. The
Yeah.
dogs were cold. And I was like, yeah. It's like, I enjoy this, but I think, if I do that next time when I go out west, it's going to be different. Because you can't fly with dogs is the
Yeah.
big thing for going on a hunting journey.
Not easily, at least.
I really want to go. I mean, I get recommended just videos of people bird hunting out west, and I'm just like, I want to go to like Idaho and go chucker hunting, but for like a week. But it takes so long to drive to Idaho.
Mm-hmm. Was it like 14 hours?
To Idaho?
Yeah.
It's like 14 hours to get to South Dakota, bud. To get across South Dakota. Idaho's going to be like 25, 26 hours.
It's 26 hours to Idaho.
You're almost to Oregon, bud.
I don't know. Look it up.
I have looked it up.
No, I'm talking to her. She's asking me about Arizona.
Oh. It was to Deming, New Mexico from Columbia, Missouri. With stops, it was like 20 hours. I think it's 17 hours.
26 hours.
So,
Oh boy.
What?
In his chest? Crazy.
what?
Some doctor who lives in Arizona has like a. Oh, some doctor in Arizona is having a problem. He has a giant tube sticking out of his chest.
He said anytime
Have a
after
procedure.
5:30.
And he's like, hey, I'm going to drive over to Missouri and have you guys do this at BJC. So he's driving like 26 hours
Oh my god.
with a tube sticking out of his chest.
I mean, dude's got balls. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Some people are built for it. I can do it. I just I just couldn't. The day that we came home, we started at 2 a.m. and it was pouring down rain, and the rain turned into snow and ice. And then by the time we got to Texas, it was 9 degrees, and by the time we got into Kansas, it was like -5, and it was just rough.
The last
Rough
time I drove
times.
through a blizzard was in
What are
Kansas.
these co-conspirators conspiring?
Was the last
You're
time I
loud,
drove
Peter.
through Kansas.
I'm asking you guys.
We're talking.
What are you co-conspirators conspiring?
Cole, you were driving across Kansas?
Correct. I drove in a blizzard. This is the reason why I really don't want to drive anymore.
It's fun. What are you talking about?
It builds character, Cole.
No, I agree. I would like to. I enjoyed the part about where I drove to New Mexico in January, and it was like 30 some degrees in Missouri, and when we got to New Mexico, it was 60 degrees every day. I enjoyed that part.
Yep. Nope, drove out of Colorado. There wasn't supposed to be a blizzard. Magical blizzard showed up right at the edge of Colorado and Kansas. And I got stuck in, like, stopped traffic on the interstate with, like, 4 inches of snow on the ground. There was a truck, like a U-Haul, had rear-ended a semi, and the guy had to be jaws of life out of the car.
Oh my
And-
god.
Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
anytime you get behind a wreck on an interstate in a blizzard, that's just core memories. You always
2.5
remember
hours.
that.
It was like literally 2.5 hours we sat there, and we're kind of like, well, all right, don't really know what to do. So Jess was sitting there, like on her phone playing games, cool as a cucumber. And we started driving after that happened, and I went off the road, like it was just sliding in the ditch. I was in a ditch, just sliding, and then we magically, somehow, I don't know, by the hand of God, just showed up back on the road.
Your
Nice.
car wants to drive on the road and it wants to drive straight. Physics makes it want to do those things.
I don't know. And then I couldn't see more than 4 or 5 feet in front of me. It was snowing so
Oh,
hard.
like I was gonna say, like whiteout conditions.
Oh, 100%. I couldn't see. It was impossible. There was a Tesla behind me tailing me, just trying to make sure that he knew where he was going. And I was like, I have no idea where I can see right now. My maps was telling me to keep going straight. I'm gonna keep going straight, and if something happens, I don't know.
When I was coming across Kansas with Luke on the way home, I got caught in some type of crazy tornado. I thought it was a tornado because I mean you could just see the wall of black coming across the prairie, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna slam into me. And it did. It slammed into me, and I like called mom, and I was like, I'm in mile marker, and I'd like tell her, and it was just like, and she's looking at the map, and she's like, and I mean, I instantly became the only car on the road because it was pouring so bad that everybody just pulled off. And mom's like, if you can get 5 more miles, you'll get out of it. And I was like 35 miles an hour alone on I-70, I can drive 5 miles. And oh my god, it just sat there and poured down rain, and Luke got off the road. He was driving a different car behind me, and yeah, that was a fun day though. I was really sure with how, like, you could see the semis rocking, like how hard the wind slammed into us.
Yep.
I was convinced I was in a tornado.
I got all the way to Missouri on that same trip. They driven through a blizzard. Jess didn't say anything. She was like super calm, like was kind of normal actually. And I was like freaking out. I was like white knuckling the drive, and we got all the way out of the blizzard. And I was like, oh my god, we're free. We get into Kansas City. It was a torrential downpour. It could not have been. It could have been a monsoon for all I know. It was insane, and that's when Jess started freaking out.
When we landed from coming back from Yosemite, and we circled the Kansas City airport for like an hour and a half, and I was like, eventually they're just gonna have to send it, and there was a flight, like it was not a full flight. It was like we got on the plane in Vegas at, what was that?
Like 7 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah, 7 p.m. local time. Yeah, and it was crazy. No, it was dark outside already. Anyway, we flew into Kansas City and it was pouring down rain. We circled and circled, and they were finally like, "Fuck it, let's go." And that was a pretty rough. The landing, the physical tires touching was good. Pilot
Oh.
did an excellent job, but the entire lead up, the entire plane was just shaking, and I was just like, and I was like, this won't even make the 6 o'clock news tomorrow because there's only like 18 people on this flight.
Devor, do you remember flying the flight from into Vegas that we were right before that one, the one that we took to Vegas to go to back to Kansas City?
Yeah, they almost shut down the airport because it was so windy in Vegas that day.
Our pilot, I was telling Michaela, I was like, dude, the pilot's doing like, because there was a point where we were like going down, 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 and I was like, wow, I actually think he's gonna do it. And then all of a sudden, I just get like fucking yoinked into the seat as he slams the fucking plane straight into the ground. And I was like, huh. Okay, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe he didn't do it so well. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
dude,
when we-
it was like 100 yards of like, oh wow, I think he's gonna do it, and then just, boom.
You could tell that the plane was crooked trying to land, and I was like, I told Ashley at the time, I was like, this is going to be rough. I was like, we haven't flown straight in an hour. When we were going to Houston, or no, you were already in Houston when I flew in, right? Or no, I
No, you
flew
were
in,
with
but
me. You were with me.
we flew together, and then I flew home
Yeah.
separate. When we flew to Houston, that was the roughest ride I've ever been on. As soon as we got out over Kansas and coming down across Oklahoma and all the way across Texas, it was like, boom. It was just so much. You could just
Was that
tell
the one we had really bad turbulence? Was that
Oh
one
my
that was?
Yeah, it was just constant. You couldn't go to sleep because every 5 minutes we just go boom. It was like being on. Yeah, I was like, oh my
Coming out
god.
of Salt Lake or going into Salt Lake, one of the two. That was the worst turbulence I've ever had. That was scary. I was actually like kind of nervous. I was like, oh, we actually might go down. Oh my god.
Turbulence never crashed a plane. There's always a first time. No, I literally am like, no, turbulence doesn't crash a plane. It's more so I just get pissed off that I can't go to sleep or I can't watch something because fucking things are getting thrown around. But I was. Yeah, I'm gonna get on here in a little bit when I go over to mom and dad. Alright, see you, Cole. See you, Cole. How about?
Sorry.
I'm about to hop off here
It's okay.
and take a rinse, but while I'm packing, I'll talk to you.
That's okay. Have a good
No, I'm still here.
rinse.
No, I'm not even. No, you motherfucker, you can't get rid of me that easy.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna leave me here?
Yeah, you're still fine.
Can't I swim? What's wrong? Okay. You're my wonderwall. I don't like the sound of that zombie. Hey, dick move, man. That anybody feels the way I do about you now. So anyway, here's Wonderwall Devor. So tedious and annoying to make.
Mud?
Yeah, there's got to be a crafting recipe, right? I don't have to do this dive thing every time.
I've never even heard of mud.
It's semi-new, dude. They got new tricks and stuff. Makes a thing called
They do.
mud bricks.
They doing tricks on it?
Yeah, they're stunting on motherfuckers. I think you had a little tiny bed in this little little hut across the way. Please be a bed. Damn it. Oh wait, it's over here. I didn't even look left. Monsters nearby. No, I'm scared. Oh shit, get away from me, monster. I'm safe now.
What are you doing today? Gaming?
I think so. I think I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go at some point and I don't know. I feel like I need to do something on the chicken coop, but at some point I need to figure out. I need to put this box away, this box, and then I'm gonna clean the living room and do some laundry.
We need to think about, for the chicken coop, we need to think about how to make a little door, but it can't be like a full-size door frame, but it still needs to be big enough that you can we can squat down and walk through it, but still small enough that you can put a piece of metal or something in front of it. I don't know.
We'll create a little
Continue.
slidey door with one of the metal shing.
Well, and the good news is I think that now we can just put a, what's it called? Like we can take that hog fence that you have when we go around the corner and just bury that, and then we just need like one new post, one cedar tree post, which won't be hard to do, in that corner, and we can expand that pen pretty easy. I'm not saying it's got to be done today or tomorrow or even next month, but I think it's not nearly as hard. We just need another thing of chicken wire and a little base, and then but we can use that hog fence as the bottom part, and
We could bury
be
the
fine.
hog fence. Yeah, I do want to dig that
Yeah.
down into a little trench.
Yeah, and there's. We're in good shape. And then we need to think about. I guess we need to think about. Yeah, we need to think
I'm
about
gonna
how
build a
to.
roof on that because we left a tie-in point on that barn. We left it flared over the edge enough so that we could tie in and shove metal underneath it. And
Well, maybe we could put like a post in the middle of it, and so maybe we'll do 3 posts. Do like a post or maybe 4 posts. I don't.
yes.
Well, no, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know.
It would
I'll just have to get there and
we'd
look
either
at
do
it.
4 posts or 6 posts. And I'm thinking we'd do
Well, we
6
could do.
posts.
Well, we already have 2 posts on one, or 1 post on one end.
Yeah, I'm
But I
just
think if we
including it
do
in the total.
one in the middle, and then you do one straight in the middle, and then you have the corner post, and then you have one in the middle again, and then you can have some extra support, because that's a little bit of a reach compared to the other side of the building where the roof isn't that big.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I'll show you what I had envisioned in my head, and then I'll see if I can draw it up.
You're better about that stuff than I am by a long shot. I can't think like that. I have to start building something and then realize that, oh, that's not gonna fucking work.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad about it. I don't have the vision in my head. I have a thought, and then nothing else can change it.
You know, coming from a guy who got a C in geometry, I've learned how to make something flat look 3D in my head very well, and it's a very nice skill to have, or to like see.
I mean, you deal with stuff a lot more than I do. But yeah, if it was up to me, that roof would have never got built, because yeah, I was not smart enough to make that happen.
I like the way it turned out.
That's
Honestly.
nice.
I actually
We need to
I shot a
get a
couple.
latch.
Get a latch. I got a little latch on the door.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
I want to something I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, I need to start planning that expansion because Michaela's old co-teacher asked if we wanted 11 chickens.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, we need to expand the coop quicker than we intended, but
So I've been making plans on it, and then I really just need to pre-order some of the 72-inch tall chicken wire, because the one time I found it and I bought one roll of it, never found it again.
yeah.
Found the 48-inch one everywhere. Ooh, look at the little rainbow. Oh, it's so sweet. And it's gone. And it's gone.
Did you ever finish the Lycanus trilogy?
No, I'm waiting on my new credit to show up here in 2 or 3 days.
What else do I need to take with me? I really don't need to take a whole lot with me. I guess I just need to pack my computer stuff.
Yeah. Do what your heart desires, my friend. Oh yeah, that's what I needed to do. How do you turn my bricks?
Brick. Are you talking about like the red brick type stuff from clay, or is that what it looks like, or is it a new mud brick
It's
thing?
a new mud.
Okay. I was gonna say I remember going to like ponds on the prairie and gathering stuff.
Oh no. I think I know how it works, and I'm upset by it.
But I don't know how. So maybe you're gonna be the one.
And after all,
You're my one.
no, now I know why I had that brick there. You serious? Oh.
Have you been listening to the Lapado on the DuPont family?
Yes.
Dude, it's so ridiculous. I'm
How
like,
much they're in everything.
yeah, well, it's more so of like how they're blaming them for everything, and I'm just like, you understand that there's a lot, and I understand that they did say that part, but I'm just like, you understand that there's a lot of nuance that went into these things. And also the thing that kills me about this, and I know that it's not the right attitude to have towards it, but it's just like, okay, but if the DuPonts didn't do it, somebody else would have made that stuff. You know,
Oh,
it's not like
no, absolutely. Well, and they're also, you know, one, it's, yes, it's a reach on the blaming them on everything. Not that it's a reach that they're trying to do it. It's just they're reaching to like show how
I get
they.
it. They're bad people.
But they're
I get
also
it.
just playing characters. Like
Yeah.
like
No, and I get it,
like
and that's why I'm having fun with it. But I'm like out of most of the time, I feel like when I listen to like Lapado documentary series, I feel like they're doing a pretty good job. This one is kind of so far they've played it a little fast and loose, and which is fine. I'm about to get to the part where they talk about all the what is that shit? Um, oh, the Foxcatcher, which is the actual reason why I wanted to listen to it. I don't know. I'm always so fascinated by the Foxcatcher.
I've never even heard of it, so
What? Steve Carell won an Oscar, I believe, or was nominated for one.
that's nuts. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Never heard of Foxcatcher? I've watched multiple documentaries on it. It's always fascinating to me.
Hmm. Okay, then I'm
It's
ready to be excited
it,
for it.
it's literally it's this kid, this rich kid essentially, that he's not able to. He's never, he's a rich kid and he's goofy and he's weird and he's got all these disorders, and so he's never been able to do anything, and he's never made friends because he's super duper rich. And so, in classic rich parents fashions, they just give him a lot of money and they're like, go find something to do. And so he decided that he was going to be the DuPonts are going to have this Foxcatcher camp where all these Olympic wrestlers um, can come and train and have the best stuff and all of their because in before Foxcatcher, honestly, America was wrestling, like actual wrestling, like not I
Yeah,
mean not actual, you know
Olympic
what I mean, like
wrestling.
Olympic wrestling. And but the problem is like Olympic there was no way to make money outside of, past college. So we didn't have these perpetual pros like other countries did, and so we were never good at wrestling in the Olympics. And so they were like, well, we could this guy really loves wrestling, but he was no good at it because he was a fucking nerd.
And he was just yeah,
Uh,
small guy,
not necessarily small, just uncoordinated. I mean, like
just nerd.
yeah, I mean, you've listened to the podcast for generations. Their cousins have been having children,
Oh
and
yeah.
all the stuff that comes with that, it happens to him. By the time you get to I think he was born in the '60s or something. And anyway,
Yes, it's the
but
French Revolution.
he, but he's losing his like he's actually crazy, and like actual crazy. Like the older he gets, the more schizophrenic,
Unhinged.
not even schizophrenic, but just like, and not even like multiple personality, just lost touch with reality, and was just, and ended up killing one of his friends because he thought, he got convinced from his, psychosis that he was trying to be killed by this guy that was, his friend just trying to help him. And his
That's
friend
nuts.
happened to be Olympic wrestler,
Professional
one of the
wrestler.
greatest of all time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, keep listening to it. It's very fascinating. Like, and the thing is I I think the reason why it's the most crazy is because you it if it was any other person, I think it would have been recognized and taken care of, and he wouldn't have been able to have access to all the stuff they had access to. Like somebody like that wouldn't normally be able to have access to a giant estate and all these guns and all this money to hide that he was crazy. And that also fed into it was the fact that he had so much money, the events leading up. He didn't just jump to murdering his friend. Like there's always stair steps that you could have caught this beforehand. But the fact that he was from one of the richest and powerful families, he just kept getting away with things. I don't remember his name right now. But if you've never, you should watch the Channing Tatum, Steve Carell. They did a they did a dramatization movie called Foxcatcher in like 2012 or 2000, early 2000 teens. That and Steve Carell was nominated or won an Oscar for it.
Huh.
He played the crazy guy.
Okay.
Alrighty, bud. Well, I'm gonna hop in the shower and start heading that way, to my parents at least.
Okay. Then you just enjoy your thing and do what you do. All right, bud.
Yep. I think I'll see you this evening.
In person.
I believe so.
Okay.
I think we're watching a movie.
Oh. Okay.
So, do you have a pen still? The Benjamin?
We do have a little Benjamin. Yes. Yes, we do.
Cool. I was just gonna say I'm at mom and dad's this evening, so I figured
Oh, that's
we do
right.
some edibles and some Benjamin types activities. I mean, we can go outside and smoke, but
No, I just forgot about that. I just forgot you were there. You're right. You're right.
we're on our way to
Dupin-
Springfield right now.
The
Go
DuPont
see
Benjamin murders.
the DuPont Benjamin murders.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
bud. I'll talk to you later.
I will see you. Be frank. Be free. Be frank. Be fresh.
Be frank. Be fresh. You're already frank. You're like a quarter frank.
A third.
A third, one might say.
I would say exactly 1/3.
Exactly 1/3. All right, bye.
Later.
There's no place to escape to. That's when the cannibalism started.
This show is supported.
Yes.
Hey, thanks, fellas. Woo! All right. Pretty fancy. Hey there, little guy. What's your name?